Yo, what's up, guys? So what would you do if you got laid off today? For a lot of people, getting laid off is sort of the worst case scenario when it comes to your professional career, and unfortunately it's happening a lot more frequently. Just was reading the news today, and then they announced that Meta was doing another 10,000 job cuts. So it's happening all over the industry. It's not just in tech, by the way, but it's also happening in fintech and banking and consumer retail. 2023 is just going to be a tough year for everybody, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly and get back to where we need to go. Anyways, I want to read this post for you guys and kind of give you my own personal thoughts on what I would do if I was laid off. So the title of this post says, what's your worst case scenario if you get laid off? The OP says, for me, it would mean going back home and maybe 6 to 24 months before I find a good job again. So what would I personally do if I got laid off right now? So as you guys probably know, I currently work at Amazon in the Bay Area. My family is sort of spread out across the West Coast. So I have my parents up in Oregon, and I have family down in SoCal. And a lot of my friends and my network is mostly here on the West Coast, but I also have friends on the East Coast. But long story short, if I got cut tomorrow, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. But if I did, first of all, I would cut down on a lot of expenses that I have today and just be a lot more thoughtful about what I'm spending on. Subscriptions that I don't really need, going out and eating, traveling, all those things. I might cut back a little bit, but I would say that I'm in a position, and financially I'm fortunate enough to have enough savings where I can continue to pay the bills, continue to pay my rent, put gas in my car and do all those things. So I don't think I would be penny pinching, but I would definitely be a lot more conscious about what I'm spending every single month and try to cut that down. Also, when you get laid off, do note that California does provide you with unemployment benefits. So I would definitely take advantage of that. I would also think about what I would want to do for health insurance. Health insurance will typically last for a couple months after getting cut from a company. But after that, you have to figure out, okay, where am I going to get coverage? Do I want to pay high amounts every month and get COBRA coverage or some other healthcare plan? And here in America, we don't have the same healthcare plan that the European states get. And so it's very difficult. It can be very risky if you get, let's say, in an auto accident, or if you fall down and you hurt yourself or twist your ankle and you need to go to the hospital. And if you're not covered, it's going to be very expensive and very painful financially and physically. So those are the things that I would think about. I would also use this time to take a little bit of time for myself and really start investing more time into this business, into making YouTube content, whether it's additional channels or expanding and really trying to focus on the channel that I have now. I would also do a little bit of traveling. I've always wanted to travel and get a travel van and actually go around the US and check out some of the national parks that I haven't visited yet and document some of my explorations there. I would also spend a lot of time with family. Like I said, I'd probably spend a few weeks up in Oregon spending time with my family because my parents are getting old. I would also want to spend time with my baby niece and with friends and just go visit people. I would also think about maybe even doing like a trip around the US. There's still so many states that I haven't visited, and I think there's such a unique experience that each one has. The culture, the food, the landmarks, so many things that I've always wanted to do and document and share with people that I really haven't had the opportunity to do. And so I think taking a couple months off to do that also would be high on my bucket list. And then also, even though it's difficult right now, even though a lot of companies are cutting rather than hiring, I would still put my name out there. I see a lot of people these days on LinkedIn when they do get canned at their company that they are open to work and they get their name out there for their network to help connect them to the right people and continue to bump up their name so that recruiters and HR managers have a lot more visibility and awareness that they're looking for work. I would also be mindful that, hey, it's probably going to take a long time for me to find the role that I want at the compensation that I want. So I wouldn't wait too long. I might take probably a month or two to really spend time on myself, exploring, traveling, spending time with family, seeing my friends, and then spending more time on some of the side hustles that I really want to turn into actual businesses before finding my next role. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. I'd probably also spend a lot more time catching up on shows, focusing on my personal health, whether that's spending more time at the gym, cooking a lot more at home. I think when you get cut, you want to cut back in certain areas where, for me, food budget is one of the higher ones. I enjoy going out to eat. I enjoy checking out new restaurants, but I would spend a lot more time, shopping for quality ingredients, cooking a lot more at home, preparing meals and hosting. That's probably what I would do. And other than that, I think that's a pretty good list. If I think of something else, I'll share it more with you guys. But initially, off the top of my head, those are the things that I would do if I got laid off tomorrow. Let me know what you guys would do. Have you guys consider this? I know it's not the most happiest thought, but I think we should all be ready, just mentally, financially, and just have a backup plan in case the unthinkable happens. Because in this climate, I mean, anything is possible. Anyways, guys, let me know what you would do. Drop a comment down below if you have some other ideas, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.